Okay, I stopped off at a city park today. I want to show you guys was out taking some soil samples today, and I want to show you what this particular park, this won't really pertain to all the other parks, but just this one. I want to show you what we look at when we're looking at the soil. So as you can see here, here's the anatomy of a soil sample. So you got up top, you got the live grass starting to green up because it's getting warm out. You get the spongy crap that you see is at the top. That's your thatch. You can see that mushes back and forth like an accordion, and you can see some of the root structure. When you pull that apart, you can see the really small, the root structure. So this thatch can accumulate and get really thick and impede air, water, and nutrients from getting down. And the other culprit that causes a lot of problems, aside from soil compaction from using synthetics, is this junk right here, which is clay. And there's use for clay, but not in an organic state. That needs to be broken up with biology, and we use humic acid to jumpstart that process. But that's what this looks like, and it's right next to this right here. If anyone can tell me what this is a dog pee spot, and you'll notice that it's really, really green because the nitrogen that's in the urine is getting broken down as it's warming up. The soil biology is actually utilizing it and as nitrogen, and that's why it's green. So it's dead in the middle because it overwhelms it, but it's green on the outside because it gets broken down into a usable form that's accessible to the plant. So a place where we start with all of our lawns is to get a soil test, because it'll tell us definitively what is in the soil and what is not. And then we build a program based upon, or I should say we initiate a program based upon what we see in the soil. And if you don't identify what's in the soil or what isn't, you can be wasting a lot of time and money in having a program that just kind of overlooks a lot of problems. And you can actually solve a lot of problems as you control the pH, as you develop soil biology, and as you increase soil carbon. You can eliminate a lot of problems and create a lot of functionality in the soil, such as the ability to hold water. Most soils can't hold water because they lack a lot of carbon. You can diminish weeds naturally if you understand why weeds are there in the first place, and weeds are usually present from an imbalance in the soil. So if you take care of that, you can skip a lot of weed applications that you don't need to do. And as you control the pH, well, the pH just governs everything. So all the biology and the little critters in the soil help the soil profile and help it function better and work less expensively than you would otherwise using traditional means. So that is what it looks like. And whenever you look at a soil, you should be able to get down pretty easily. The harder you have to press down, the drier the soil is, or the less porous it is. So we'll pull out another one and show you. Yep, thatch is about right there. It's a little on the thick side, not horrible. The soil is most likely pretty inorganic, which means it can't hold a whole lot of water. And this clay down here just sucks. Clay just is horrible. so anyway, that's what our program is, and you can kind of see where the thatch kind of breaks off, and see all that spongy stuff is just dead root growth, and all those resources have to make it through there, and that impedes a lot of resources getting down to the roots where they should, and you pay for it. So that's what a core sample looks like. We'd love to talk to you about it, but yeah, please do get a soil test before you do anything. You'll be really happy that you did. Okay, here we are again. I want to show you, to kind of compare and contrast, what a biological lawn looks like. So we've been working on this one for a few years, and it is very well hydrated, as that is regulated and controlled, so that keeps us out of a dehydrated state and solves a lot of problems. And as you'll notice, this goes in a lot easier. So that's a sign of a soil that's not compacted and a soil that is got a fair amount of moisture in it. And you'll see that there's really no thatch, and this soil is really loose and it's got moisture. Soils that have a lot of moisture in them will kind of cake up a little bit like that. So that's what you want to see, and there's not a whole lot of bad stuff going on, and I've actually tested this soil, so I know exactly what's in it. But this is a very healthy soil. Can't tell by looking at it. You have to run a soil test, but I know what's in it, and we've had really good success with this particular lawn, and I monitor it and I test it quite regularly, and we make sure it stays hydrated. And as you can see, it's starting to green up. This lawn will be solid green in about another 7 to 10 days, and haven't done anything to it this year. No fertilizer is going to be put on this lawn. If you've been following us, this is a lawn that is very biological, has some good numbers to it, and we have not needed to put any nutrients on it last year. It hasn't been sprayed for about 2 years, and it's because it's balanced. And a balanced soil means that there's not any grossly excessive or deficient nutrients in the soil. Weeds are actually a sign of an imbalance in the soil, so if you cure the imbalance, you solve the weed problem. And while I won't say it's 100% weed free, I haven't needed to spray for weeds in almost a couple years, because they're just really not prevalent enough to justify doing it. So this is what we're aiming for, and I can't stress enough that you want to get a soil test to make sure that you're not aiming in the wrong direction, and you can most efficiently and quickly get to point B, a state of efficiency, where everything works well and you're spending a lot less money having a lot better looking lawn. So if this helps you out at all, feel free to give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. And this is what we do: solve problems in lawns. Y'all have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.